Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Wednesday, February the 5th, 2025. Wednesday, February the 5th. I've got a little video clip for you, y'all. Let me play it right now. Let me get this camera right, and I'm going to click on this video because it was good. Oh, yeah, Drew's telling Carly, yeah, Jason and he knocked up the cook Sasha Corbin. And Carly's like, well, so what? If he did, what does it have to do with you? Sasha stands up and says, stop it. You are wrong. You have no right to bring up my name into your drama. Because you may want to blow up your life and Willow's too, but leave my name out of it. He goes, oh, Sasha, oh, I didn't know. She goes, no, you have no right to do that. My life, who my baby's father is none of anybody's business, including yours. But oh, Drew just had the nerve because it's looping back around saying that, oh, how you feel now, Carly? Because obviously it's not consensual. And Carly looked at him and says, wait, are you trying to say Jason forced Sasha into having sex with him? If in fact that happened, because you don't know what happened. He goes, well, it's obvious there is a definite, what did he say? There is a definite power imbalance. Could you believe that, everybody? Let me turn my camera back on. Drew had the nerve to say there was a definite power imbalance. What do you think is going on between him and Willow? A definite power imbalance. He just flipped that over onto Jason. But it's like Carly said, Sasha and Jason are not married. You know, he says, uh, whatever they choose to do, they choose to do. You, on the other hand, are sleeping with your nephew's wife in his house. And Carly's like, oh, I'm happy everybody knows, right? So Carly ends up leaving, walking away. Drew, it shows him picking up the tie, and as the waitress is walking by, he drops that tie on the tray the waitress was carrying. See, he planned it. I said that all along. Drew wanted somebody. Yes, a bonus if Carly found it, because quite frankly, Drew did not know Carly was on a WSB jet with Jack Brennan coming back to Port Charles, but he knew somebody would come in that house to see Willow. And he knew Willow was too stupid to find the tie that is staring her straight in the face. So, yeah, great power imbalance. Now, he goes back to Anna and he goes, now, where were we? And Anna's just looking at him like, hmm, you are something else, right? Anna tells Drew, oh, she goes, you were telling me that you wouldn't mind it at all if I arrested your brother, Jason Morgan, and Sonny Corinthos. And he smugly, well, we'd be cleaning up the streets of Port Charles. Anything I could do to help. Anna says, it would be highly inappropriate of you to use your position to influence any case in any way. And she turns her head like, look, she like snubs her nose up at Drew and she walks away from him. She walks over to the bar. Actually, she walks over and she sits down to talk to Felicia because Sasha had already left. Uh, Drew's standing there like, Hmm. Well, that didn't go how I thought it would go. Is she on Jason's side? See, he can't stand it. Drew is so jealous of Jason, he can spit. That's how jealous of Jason he is. Can't stand it. And somebody needs to say, had Jason been here, had we all known Jason was alive, Jason would have been the one bringing back Lisa Obrecht. Okay? And he wouldn't have been knocked out doing it. See, Drew was down, and Drew was not the integral person in that operation. Matter of fact, like we said, he was what knocked out. Drew, Lauren Curtis, stop that bomb. Mainly, I mean, deactivate the chemical from going airborne, right? Drew was down and out still. Okay. Anna was busy trying to save Valentine once she got there, straight from her hospital bed from being shot, right? But she got there. That was a great scene between Anna and Valentine, but I'm not going to jump into those weeds. But anyway, Drew, as a matter of fact, who woke Drew up? Liso had stole the antidote from Victor, and she got it to she gave it to Holly. Holly's the one that got it to Anna, and they got it to Valentine. Lauren Curtis is still working to disarm the explosion of the virus. And somebody wakes Drew up, or Drew finally comes to, right? And they're like, get somebody was there and did that. I can't remember who, because they told him, get Lisa Obrecht back to Port Charles, because there's a helicopter way. Take her, get her back to Port Charles. Actually, Holly may have told him that, because Lisa gave the antidote to Holly. I think Holly was the one. So get her, go get her back to Port Charles. That's how that happened. So anyway, Willow uh is there talking to Nina, and Nina was saying, "Oh, she goes, I wish I was back at your place." And she goes, "Willow, I was thinking this is right where you need to be. Your kids are happy here, and they're comfortable in their own home." And she goes, "They did have a real good visit with Monica yesterday." And Monica was so happy, but still, but still. And so Nina's like, "No, I think you're right where you need to be. You have some calm and some peace." Now, mind you, the head nurse has been out of GH. Willow should be working more shifts than she could shake a stick at, but she ain't. Okay. Remember, GH was shorthanded nurses, and she still ain't there. So she was saying Carly came, and it was so strange how Carly just left without even saying goodbye. And Nina said, "Like that?" She goes, "Yeah." So she goes, "Well, Carly, she only has a low tolerance for cordial, and maybe she ran out, you know. Well, at the restaurant after the whole big event, Tracy stands up because Maxie was trying to get the meeting going again. Lulu was trying to focus everybody's attention, right? And Tracy's like, "You know what? I gotta go." So Brooklyn stands up and says, "Wait, where you going, Granny?" "Oh, I'm getting ready to go and give Willow a piece of my mind." And so Brooklyn says, "Let me do it, Granny. Let me talk to Willow." She says, "Why? So you can hold her hand and coddle it in?" She goes, "No, Granny, I'm going to talk to her. I'm going to make the family's position known, to what she agreed on." So she goes, "Okay, fine." So Tracy still leaves. Brooklyn leaves. That leaves Maxie, Lucy, but Lucy only has half a brain cell. So Lucy wasn't even there anyway, right? She just wasn't. Oh my goodness. And then Maxie was there. And all what's her name? Lucy could talk about, oh, Jason Morgan. I didn't see that coming. But Maxie's like, and we don't know if that happened. Let's get back to the meeting. Because Lulu was taking notes and she goes, well, that was off topic again, right? So anyway, Lucy gets up and goes over and talks to, oh, she ends up dragging Lulu because Drew just arrogantly comes up to the table and looks with his drink in his hand. Can I talk to you for a minute? And he's talking to Maxie. And Maxie's looking like, me? But let me digress back to Sasha blowing up at him. He says, Sasha, because she's going to grab her purse after she told him off, right? I didn't know you were. She was about to say, I didn't know you were here. Do you think that made any difference, everybody? Because, oops, I'd rather have done this behind your back. And Sasha says, it doesn't matter, but you stay the out of my business. And he's like, he gets the. So anyway, he looks smugly, comes over with his drink, and Maxie's like, me? He goes, yeah, you. So he takes her to that outer area, on the other side of the dining room. And he says, um, I know you got something to say. I know you have an opinion on what happened. Let's hear it. She goes, you're right, I do have an opinion, but I doubt if you want to hear it. No, go ahead. So Maxie says, um, I don't like what you've done, to Michael, to his relationship. Michael's a good father. He loved his kids. He loves his kids and he loves Willow. So it's wrong of you for that. But you know what? I don't know what went on between you and Willow. I don't know at what point something went wrong in Michael's marriage. I'm not one to judge. So he goes, well, thank you. And then she goes, but you were completely wrong in putting Sasha's business or what you think was her business out there like that. Drew looked at her and he goes, yeah, not my finest moment. Like whatever. It was so arrogantly pompous, right? And Maxie just looks at him and he goes, all right, now listen, I need your help. She goes, my help? He goes, I need a mother's advice. And he looked at her. She goes, what? He says, I bought a house and you knew Sam very well. I really would like you to, find me a decorator, coordinate with that decorator to make this home very special for Scout, Scout, right? And so Maxie looked at him. She goes, wait, this home isn't in DC? He says, no. My daughter grew up here. Her family's here. The school she loves is here. So we're going to stay here. And he goes, Maxie says, well, you know what I call that? And he looked, he goes, what? She goes, I call that a good dad. And I'm thinking, really? He hasn't seen Scout. He probably thinks her name is Sprout, right? He hasn't seen her in forever. They're in a hotel. Okay, where does he pick her up from? She's staying in after school day camp because Drew is out doing God knows what, annoying everybody. He's not helping her with her homework. I mean, oh my goodness, this man is pathetic. So she goes, I call that a good dad. And yes, I will help you. So he gives her the app, I guess showing the pictures of the house. She goes, wait, 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms. She hands the phone back to him. She says, that's a lot of room for 2 people. And he goes, oh, there's nothing wrong with having room to grow, keeping my options open. And Maxie just looks at him. Because, see, he's not really hiding that. She knew exactly what he meant. And so does everybody else when he says that. Keeping my who says I'll be alone. See? Mm. So anyway, we get Sasha gets into the house. Cody was talking to Dante. She goes, I need to speak to Cody. She takes off her jacket like she was ready to get in the ring, right? And throws it down. And she says, how dare you? Dante leaves. How dare he goes, wait, I already know what this is about. I know what she goes, how dare you spread rumors about me? How dare you? He goes, well, I mean, I'm just saying that. She goes, no, you're saying what? You know nothing. You know nothing. He goes, I know Jason Morgan's the father. She says, what on earth would make you think that? He goes, the other night I saw you two at the boathouse. And so she looked at Cody. She said, and what did you see? What did you really see? You have no right spread talking about my business and spreading your theories, your rumors. She goes, I thought we were friends. He says, I envisioned a future with you until I found out that we were family. So there goes that. She goes, okay, and this is how you treat someone that's supposed to be a friend of yours? And so he goes, so um he says, it hasn't, she goes, you're starting fights in bars. He goes, yeah, yeah. She goes, he says, that wasn't my finest moment. She goes, I can understand that because I haven't had fine moments either. Right? He goes, oh, so is that when you slept with Jason? Is that when Jason got you pregnant? And she says, wait, you're back to that? That is none of your business. He said, so then she said something else and he goes, did Jason tell you to keep it quiet? She said, you know what, Cody? And he's like, oh, okay, okay. Uh-uh, right? So she ends up telling him, you stay out my business, period. So he goes, excuse me for caring. And he goes stomping out, right? So she's mad. She's getting ready to walk to her room. Tracy walks in and she goes, oh no, like, I ain't got time for you. She's like, so she's turning to walk away. Tracy goes, Sasha, wait. She goes, no, I don't want to hear what you have to say. No, Tracy. And she goes, Sasha, you're going to want to hear what I have to say. So Sasha turns around and she looks at her and she's kind of, her stance is ready for battle, right? Because you're going to be battling Tracy. Tracy ends up telling her point blank, your business is your business. And you don't have to explain yourself to anyone. And a single mother can raise her child. I raised Dylan away from this family all on my own. And I'm not the best mother. you know, she says, you can do it, but I want you to know, Sasha, that I, she goes, you can do it and you're going to have my full support. And Sasha looked at her. She says, I will be here to make sure that people stay out of your business. And Sasha says, well, you're right, Tracy. I wasn't expecting that. And she goes, well, that's a lot of watching over me or a lot of people. She goes, Tracy says, and I'm going to do my best. because you are going to do well or fine raising this baby. And in my mind, I'm thinking, no, Tracy knows, in fact, if that baby is Jason's, that's a Quartermain baby. And she doesn't want, see, that's her ulterior motive. She wants Sasha close to the vest, period. Just in case it is. So she told Sasha, she says, but I want you to think about one thing. Since you're not confirming or dispelling the rumor that Jason Morgan is the father, while he's away, you better do some planning. Because when he comes back, you're going to have some explaining to do. you know, because she's letting people's imaginations just run with it, right? She goes, you're going to have some explaining to do. So use this time wisely. And Tracy walks out, and Sasha's standing there like, oh, shoot. I'm choosing to go this route. But yeah, everybody is now speculating about Jason. Okay. So that was good. I really liked the way Tracy handled that. I really, really did, you know. Um, let's see what else. Alexis asked Molly to go pick up Danny from the Quartermains. And of course, guess who she runs into? Of course. So they talk about Sam for a hot minute, and then Danny comes and she takes him over to Alexis's, and he's like, so is this just a dinner thing? I mean, what's tonight about? I mean, and so uh Sam says, well, I mean, not Sam, Molly says, no, it's not just a dinner thing. Um, and so he's like, oh, okay. And Christina's kind of looking at Alexis because Christina doesn't want, told Alexis before Molly got back, I don't think we should tell him. I don't think we should tell him. And Alexis is like, Christina, Danny is a teenager. And now that the police know, now that it's getting out that a couple people have been murdered, the likelihood of Danny hearing this is, we can't have that. We can't have him be blindsided by this. We need to tell him. And in my mind, I'm thinking his father should tell him. But then everybody, you know what I thought about? Does Jason know Sam was murdered? Anna told him that Brennan, I mean, not Brennan, Sidwell was in town. I don't think anyone. Portia told Alexis. Alexis didn't tell Jason. Alexis told her girls, right? Dante was told. Anna told Dante. But Anna did not get a chance to tell Jason about it. So Jason is gone out of town, and Jason doesn't even have that news. Because I don't think Jason would have just look. I don't think Jason would have said it is more important for me to fly to Germany to see if Michael is okay with walking away from Sasha's baby, more than, oh wow, I just found out Sam, a person I truly loved, my son's mother, was murdered. I think he would not have gone. I truly believe that. Because Christina told Sonny, Sonny didn't tell Jason because I think Jason was already gone. So I don't think Jason knows. So, okay, as a grandmother, you do want to protect your grandchild. I'm not mad at Alexis for them telling them, because the way it is in that Quartermain house, Dante is just beside himself. And Dante and Cody were talking about it. Danny could have been around the corner. So yeah, okay. I feel that it is okay that Alexis did tell, or they're going to tell Cody, not Cody, little Danny. I believe that it's going to be okay. So anyway, everybody, that was it. Interesting how. You think Drew can't be in? Oh, I know what I forgot. Brooklyn. She gets there and she says, Willow, I need to talk to you. And she goes, what about Brooklyn? She says, I was just at the Metro Court and Carly and Drew had a big blowout right there in the restaurant dining area about Drew being here this morning or this afternoon, today. And Willow looks, she goes, and Nina's like, oh, and she's thinking, because Willow hadn't told Nina that. She goes, how would Carly know that Drew was here? She said, because Carly found a tie in the pillow cushion, a tie she bought Drew. That's how she knew. And Nina was like, oh my goodness. Right? And so she says, Willow. She goes, and so what? This is my home. I'm not going to be chaperoned by your family. She goes, Willow, there are 1,000 places that you could meet Drew. Why do you feel it has to be here? She goes, because this is my home. And see, I'm sorry. Brooklyn should have said it's Michael's home. This is a Quartermain house. This is a home that should be respected, right? Meet him elsewhere. She goes, Willow, I need you. She goes, can't you take a breath and take a beat and think? She goes, no, no. Drew saved my life. And now you want me to leave him? And Nina's just looking at her. And I thought, Nina, that was your aunt's bone marrow that saved your daughter's life. Nina should have been right there saying, Willow, honey, let's not forget, without Aunt Liesel's sacrifice, you wouldn't be here. Okay? Because she's sure forgetting that, right? Forgetting it. And that's a slap in the face. Okay? So she says, well, you know what? No, Drew was right. I shouldn't be here. And you know, Nina, can me and the kids come back to your place? Just like that. And Nina looks at her and BOQ says, Willow, wait a minute. Why would you leave a place the kids are so comfortable with? She goes, for Drew. She says, Willow, I need you to think. Your life has blown up because of Drew. All of this. She said, because of your involvement with Drew. Just think, just stop for a moment and think, where do you want your life to go? That's what I'm saying. You're grown. She goes, you're an adult. You can make all the choices you want, but respect this place, right? Oh, Willow can't see that. And I thought, see, this chick needs to get everything that's coming to her. Everything. So she goes, Nina, can the kids and I come and stay back with you? And Nina goes, of course you can, honey. Good. Get it. Soon as she and Drew came down those stairs, you know what I said? I want that chick out. I want her out the house. No, no forethought, no caring, no afterthought, and is indignant when somebody calls her on it. So good. No, you go back to your mama's house where you could dump your kids. And the funny thing is, when she goes back to Nina's house, Is she gonna be able to sleep with Drew at Nina's house? Nina's condo? No. She and Drew are going to meet elsewhere. That's what's ridiculous. They're going to meet elsewhere. See, next week, Drew's house is going to be fully decorated and he's going to bring her there. And he's going to say, "This is our love nest. This is where we could be, you and I." And then he gets it there saying, "I want you to move in. You and the kids. There's enough room for all of you here. Willow, I'm doing all this for you." And she'll be like, "Oh, well, okay, Drew. Okay." All right, everybody, let's go to comment corner. Comment corner. Today, I'm going to go from the top down. Let me get my trusty dusty stopwatch so that I could get this thing going. All right, we have Sarah. Sarah says, why would Emma be so anxious to be cruel to her new aunt? She must be jealous of her new family. Sasha should steer clear of Emma. With the age difference, Sasha shouldn't even know Emma's alive, right? And then Sarah says Cody shouldn't take on Jason. That's not the same battle as his drunken bar fight. Um, and then let's see. Sarah also says, finally had a romance with no heavy past baggage that could be fun to watch. Watch them get to know each other. We'll miss that man, meaning Charles. And then Carly, or the original Jack Brennan, Carly will have a lot of rage since the handsome Charles Mashure left the role of Brennan. That was a shocker. Absolutely heartbroken. I'm glad they recast him because I like the character, but that was a one fine man. I wish him the best. I wish he enjoyed his daytime experience, but he can't say the fans didn't embrace him. Yes, we did eventually embrace him. Okay, Sarah, I'm going to scoot on down to somebody else's comment, but thank you so much, Sarah, for really chiming in. Everybody read the rest of Sarah's comments. X-Star Zones 2 says, I love your recaps and your thoughts about soaps, GH, and updates on GH. Keep it up, Miss Lady. Oh, okay. Yeah. I, I'm not every comment. Thank you, everybody, for all the love that's shown, right? And I'm definitely going to keep it up. And at the her last paragraph, she says, "Are you gonna watch Beyond the Gates too?" Meaning as well, and do an update on it for us, views as well as GH. I hope so. Keep it up. The fine work. Love. I already subscribe to you. Stay safe. Bye. Yes, I am going to also do recaps on Beyond the Gates. Um, I'm hoping I like it. I only will do daily recaps if I like something. Now, I used to do daily recaps on The Young and the Restless once a week at best. Young and the Restless moves so slow that, look, it's a week and a half and I still could do a 5-minute recap on what's really moved on The Young and the Restless. I am going to do a recap on it tomorrow, but so I could kind of see just even from the little clips, I think it'll definitely be fast moving. To me, it almost looks like it's shot more like on a prime time angle, not a day. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yes, I've already got my templates and all that for Beyond the Gates, and I will be recapping it. BCBM says they're gearing up for a whodunit and killing Drew. They are making everyone hate him. Just a thought. Maddie says, I just want to say I love your channel. Thank you, Maddie. Patricia says, I love it too. But the writing these days is so, ooh, I can't say that word. It's just Frank needs to check it. Just saying, Frank is the head writer, I guess, or the coordinator of the writers. Patricia said, well said. And Jacardi says, now I need Cody to show up and tell home Drew is sleeping with Nina. I know. Why has that not come out of his mouth? Are we sure he knows that? I don't know. Are we sure he knows that? Because I would kind of think Cody would have spilled those beans. Yeah, he did. He said, "You're sleeping with your mother. You're sleeping. You're kissing on Willow and sleeping with her mother." Yes, he does know. Why hasn't he said that? I don't know. Uh, a yacht. Ayada. I'm sorry, I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Why isn't Drew in DC? Congress is in session. New members can't just skip out and stay home taunting their constituents. I know exactly. 100%. This whole thing about him being a congressman is ridiculous. I think they're only sticking with that to make it pretend like he's got some kind of clout when he does not. Um, and how is Jason pathetic for sleeping with Sasha? She's not married to anyone. Uh, so he's saying that Sasha is beneath him? I know. Wow, Drew, tell your constituents how you really see them. Sarah says Jason needs to take care of his brother Drew in the way he knows best. He is now threatening their business and freedom. No assassin would just let that go. Um, let's see. I don't think Drew has found an alliance with Anna. No, he didn't. She uses Jason all the time instead of her cops. She sure does. She feels Jason is her little sidekick. And she would love Jason to be her side piece, right? Even though I don't like Cody right now, he's getting on my nerves. I hope he does tell everyone that he saw Drew and Selena with Selena Wu. He better stall out on talking about Selena Wu because he Wu will have a beat down. Her men beat him down. See, Drew Cody's been beat down by Wu's justice before. Jacarly says all it does is just prove how selfish he is by sneaking into Michael's house. Yep, when he was banned from there. This could get Willow thrown off the property. They could use this against her in a custody fight. She is just not concerned about a custody fight. Not at all, which is so interesting to me. Start a war with the families. The kids could lose their home they grew up in, but he could care less about it. He and where is Scout? Yeah, Scout who? You know? Now, so obviously Cardi wasn't they didn't come up with Michael changing his medical power of attorney, right? But with Jason being there, hopefully it gets coordinated. Hopefully that gets coordinated because there's no reason that Willow is still in control of any say of Michael's. Any say. So anyway, Sarah says he probably put her in a crate in the hotel like she's a pet dog. No, that's funny. Cheryl says Carly and the new Jack. Oh, heck no. Carly says in Michael's house, in Michael's bed, it's so disrespectful. When will have the nerve to call, oh, then had the nerve to call the hospital to tell him that her and her kids can't wait for him to come home. Just wow. It's time for the rose glasses to be taken off. I know it really is. Tulip says, where's Dex and Kai's family? Dex was killed and Kai is just in college. His parents, his whole family should be there. Exactly, 100%. Darlene says, I really enjoy your recaps. I can tell you're having fun with these characters. Keep doing what you do. I really appreciate you. I see Tina says icing on the cake today uh would be to have Drew arrested in front of everybody for trespassing. I know, but I think you have to catch a trespasser, right? Trespassing in order for that to work. I think so. I don't know. I'm not a cop. J Girl says, I would die laughing. Tracy was awesome fun at the deception meeting, present for all the Drew show. Now, you know what's interesting? I am just so surprised Tracy is not ignoring and being headstrong, Tracy. Because remember, she wanted to put out the video with of Drew and Willow. Well, they need to put out the video with the bar fight with Cody. Because I kind of think that video between Drew and Willow, I don't know if you could really release that this day and age with when you talk about revenge porn, they're nude, right? So I don't know if that really could be released, even though Curtis wants to. Tracy need to go talk to Curtis. But the fight, the bar fight with Cody talking, oh yeah, put that out. And then all you gotta do is put a clip of Willow and Drew standing up closed, kissing, right? And some of the clothes starting to come off. That would seal the deal. That would show Cody wasn't telling a lie, right? They should do it that way. Claire says, I love it as well. Keep doing what you do, daily recap, lady, because what you're doing is exactly uh, what it is, a recap. It's not a play by play. It's all an overview of what you want to discuss. You're doing a great job. I appreciate you, but Cody needs to stop the gossip. He has gotten on my nerves, just spreading untruth. Drew has no respect for Michael's home. Willow should meet Drew at his hotel if they want to get busy. Shame on them both. They both, for cheaters, they have no remorse. They just don't. They have no, you kind of hold your head down. None of it. It's just wow. Willow, shame on them both. I guess I'm okay with the new Brennan, but he and Carly just don't look good to me, in my opinion. It's not this Jack, but he's nice on the eyes, though. Mm, You know what? It's like I said, I'm going to reserve the right because I kind of think now that they're going to change the direction of Jack's focus now. We got a little taste of that yesterday. So therefore, I think the chemistry between him and Carly is going to be cooled off anyway. I really do. That's interesting. We'll see where they do with that. All right, everybody. Look, I'm into 11 and a half minutes on Comment Corner, so that will do it for today. Thank you so much for all of your comments. I will be back tomorrow for another daily recap of General Hospital.